Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Seduce Me, the complete story. Today we're going to start playing the second game. So from the main menu, go to Start and make sure you load up the second game, which is going to be the one in the upper right. This one is going to be Seduce Me, the Demon War, so make sure you start that up. Whenever starting the second game, you are always going to be introduced with this hexagram with 6 colors. Each color is going to represent one of the characters in the game, and each character is going to represent a playthrough that we have to get through. So we're going to start out at the topmost vertex, which is going to be the green one, and we're going to be doing these going clockwise. You can get these done in any order we want, but this is going to be the order we're going with just to keep things in nice order. Once you select your character, you're going to be greeted by this person who is going to immediately give you an achievement for starting the second game from War to Peace for 15 gamer score. After that, you're going to be introduced to this character who's going to offer you a tutorial if you want to take it. Of course, since we've already played the first game and have a pretty good understanding on how visual novels work, we're going to skip past it. You are always going to skip past it by picking choice 2, choice 1, and then choice 2. Immediately you should be kicked to the name select. Make sure you hit start to skip past that since your name isn't going to really matter. And then we're going to get to the actual visual novel part. So, like the first game, this is going to be much a traditional visual novel. You're going to hit right bumper to fast forward. The game should automatically stop whenever there's a choice to be made. You're going to need to pick the right choices in the right order in order to progress the story in a way where we're going to get an ending that is going to get us whatever achievement we are trying to go for. So besides choice picking, there's not going to be any other gameplay gimmicks that we have to worry about. The second game is going to be way more choice heavy than the first game. Also, it's going to be significantly longer than the first game per playthrough. However, there's going to be about half as many playthroughs to get through, so the time commitment is going to be about the same. So now that we have that out of the way, the basic breakdown on how the character playthroughs are going to work is, for the most part, each character is going to have 2 different endings that we need to get in order to get achievements, a bad ending and a good ending. One character is going to have 3 different endings, but it's going to work pretty much the same, just with an extra ending. So because the game is going to feature multiple endings, we can actually recycle a good chunk of our playthroughs that we're going to play. So what we can do is we can play the game up to the point where the branch would happen, where we would get a different ending going the other way. And what we're going to take advantage of is, of course, the in-game save system to make a manual save. That way we can refer back to it and just play the parts we need to in order to get the opposite ending we're trying to go for. So again, this is going to be pretty typical visual novel stuff if you are familiar with the genre, and of course we are going to explain in further detail on how we're going to take advantage of the save manipulation once we do get to that point. So for this particular playthrough, this is going to cover both of Sam's ending, his good ending, as well as his bad ending. Of course, just as always, we're going to have the text guide provided in the margin if you want to use that to get through the game. We're also going to have the entirety of the playthrough going on in the background if you need more of a visual reference. But other than that, it's going to be very traditional visual novel style, and it's going to be hard to mess up as long as you're making sure you don't lose your place. So it's going to be right around here where we're going to need to make our first manual save. You're going to do that by hitting the start button, and then what you're going to do is you're going to save in one of the empty slots. Now, unfortunately, the game is going to share its save system with the first game, so make sure you try to save in whatever empty slots you have. If you happen to have saves left over from the first game for whatever reason, just do make sure you remember which saves go to what game and what playthrough, and you should be able to utilize them to the best of your ability. Once you get to the end of this path, you should be good for Sam's bad playthrough. That's going to get you the monster is dead for 30 gamer score. You should also be kicked back to the main menu whenever you do get an ending. So we're going to go and then go to the continue feature. This is going to allow us to load whatever save we have handy. So we're going to load up that save that we just made, and then we're going to go down this opposite path, which is going to end up leading us to Sam's good ending, which is going to get us his other achievement. So that's going to be the second branch of the playthrough taken care of. There's the achievement that goes along with the good ending, just you and me for 30 gamer score. That should also wrap up this character. Make sure you tune back next time. We're going to move on to character number 2, but that's going to be it for now, and that's all there is to it.